Hello children and teachers of Bedgrove Infant School. I am the Chief Elf and this message from Father Christmas is coming to you all the way from the North Pole. Wait a minute, what's going on? This doesn't look like the North Pole. This must be somewhere else. This looks very familiar. Does anyone know where this is? Shout out if you do. Do you know what? I can't believe it. I think this is actually Bedgrove Infant School. What is Father Christmas doing there? I hope he hasn't gotten himself lost again like the last time his Santa nav went wrong. Wait a minute. What is that noise? I think that might be Father Christmas on his way now.
Ho, ho, ho. Hello, children. How is everyone? Hello. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Give me a nice big wave. Come on, both hands. Nice big wave. Merry Christmas to you all. Ho, ho, ho. Welcome to all you children F1 class. Treetop and Meadow. Merry Christmas. Now, I'm sure you've all heard of this silly, nasty bug called coronavirus. Naughty Mr. Coronavirus means that I cannot come to visit each of you at school this year, which is really sad for me, as I don't get to see all of you like I did last year. Therefore, don't worry, I thought we could do this video instead. I hope you had fun making Christmas crafts for your teachers and having a sneaky Christmas treat this afternoon. Don't worry also, I've left you a bag of presents with each of your teachers too. So there's one little gift for each of you, especially from me and all my elves. Now, some of you may be a bit worried about whether I'm going to be able to deliver your presents on Christmas Eve this year. Well, don't you worry. Father Christmas and Mrs. Christmas and all the elves have been working really hard in the North Pole to make sure we have all your presents ready for you. We've been working round the clock, socially distanced 2 meters apart, of course. I've been carefully keeping ourselves fit and elfy, get it, elfy, so that I can still come and visit each of you on Christmas Eve. So make sure you go to bed nice and early and sleep soundly, and I promise I will still come and deliver your presents this year like usual. Ooh, I think someone must have known I was coming. It looks like they've left me some milk and a mince pie. Oh, and what's that? It's a carrot for my reindeer. Do you know, when we're travelling around visiting everybody, we need to make sure we're all well fed so we have enough energy to deliver all those presents, but especially my reindeer who pull my great big sleigh. This Christmas, make sure you leave them out some food or at least some carrots so they've got plenty of energy to deliver all those presents. Do any of you know what my reindeer are called? Do you remember? We did this last year and some of you knew what my reindeer were called, so we're going to see if you remember from last year too. Go on, shout it out. I know you're supposed to put your hands up, but just this once, go ahead, shout out the names of all my reindeer you know. There are 9 of them, see how many you can get. Yep. What's that? Yeah, very good. Right. Let me think there. So how many did you get? There's Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen. How many did your teachers get? Did they get any of these? And then Comet and Cupid and Donna and Blitzen and there's one more. I can't remember his name. Can you help me out? What one am I forgetting? What's that? Oh, Rudolph, of course. How could I forget poor old Rudolph? Oh, look, I brought a book with me as I thought it would be nice to read you a story as I can't be with you. Would you all like that? I've got this story called Rudy's Windy Christmas. That sounds fun. Let's all read it together. One Christmas Eve at Santa's house, amid the ice and snow, the Clauses shared a festive feast before he had to go. Mrs. Claus, who loved her sprouts, ate each and every one, but Santa fed his to a friend until the last was gone. Look at that. He's feeding his sprouts to the reindeer. Bye-bye, dear, said Santa, lifting one more sack of toys. It's time for me to go and visit all the girls and boys. Then Santa and his reindeer friends flew up into the sky, the sleigh secure behind them and the presents piled high. They just got to Australia when Dasher took a sniff. What was that funny smell that had a sprouty sort of whiff? Oh, pardon me, said Rudy, but I think I've done a pump. My tummy did a rumble, then my bottom did a trump. Oh dear. The reindeer giggled, then they flew into the sky, the sleigh secure behind them and the presents piled high. The air was sweet for many miles, then Dancer took a sniff. Somewhere over China he smelt that sprouty whiff. Oh dearie me, said Rudy, now I've done a windy pop. This is a bit embarrassing, I'll do my best to stop. The reindeer giggled more and then they flew into the sky, the sleigh secure behind them and the presents piled high. For a while the air was sweet, then Prancer took a sniff. This time it was in India he smelled that sprouty whiff. I'm sorry, boys, said Rudy, but I've done a botty burp. Why did I eat so many sprouts? I really feel a twerp. The reindeer chuckled hard and then they flew into the sky, the sleigh secure behind them and the presents piled high. The air was sweet for quite some time, then Vixen took a sniff. Just as they reached South Africa, he smelt that sprouty whiff. Oh, excuse me, said Rudy, what a smelly, stinky fluff. I really wish this wind would go. I think I popped enough. The reindeer laughed and then they flew into the sky, the sleigh secure behind them and the presents piled high. For a spell the air was sweet, then Comet took a sniff. On landing in the UK, he smelt that sprouty whiff. Oh goodness me, said Rudy, now I've done a great big toot. That really was a ripper from my poor old bottom flute. Ho, 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 bottom flute. The reindeer had hysterics, then they flew into the sky, the sleigh secure behind them and the presents piled high. The air was sweet for hours and hours, then Cupid took a sniff. 'Cause once more in the USA, he smelt that sprouty whiff. Forgive me, please, said Rudy, but I've blown my rear end trumpet. I can't believe there's enough wind left inside to pump it. Donner, Blitzen and the other reindeer rolled around, doubled up with laughter as they lay upon the ground. They've laughed so much they're out of puff, said Santa, they can't fly. However will we get this heavy sleigh home through the sky? Some super turbo gas is what we need now, Rudy boomed. He stuck his windy bottom in the air and off they zoomed. Ho, 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 ho. Look at that, off they zoomed, all with his parts. Ho, ho, ho. But when they reached the North Pole, Santa got a big surprise. All the elves have wrapped their scarves round right up to their eyes. We've had a horrid time, one little elf told Santa Claus. Ever since you went, your wife has air pooped without pause. Ho, 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 said Santa. Sprouts are more fun than I knew. I think I'll eat mine up next year so I can join in too. So, if you wake on Christmas night and smell a certain stink, just look up in the sky and give old Santa Claus a wink. Ho, 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 ho. What a great book. Well, that was a very fun story, wasn't it? Now you remember to eat all your sprouts at Christmas, and then you too might be able to do some great bottom burps like Rudolph. Ho, 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 ho. My word, is that the time already? I really have to go now. I don't want my sleigh to get a parking ticket from Mr. Andrews up there on the roof. And I also have to get home for dinner with Mrs. Christmas. Now, don't you forget to send me your letters and lists of all the presents you want for Christmas, and I look forward to visiting you in your home on Christmas Eve to leave you your gifts. Bye bye children, ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. Bye bye children, Merry Christmas, ho ho ho, Merry Christmas.